Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeff Hokor. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So, TekWar, Shatner.
Yeah, there was less Shatner than I was led to believe.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes I gotta lie to get you to watch shit. Shatner wasn't even in that adult film, Jeff. But there was a guy that talked like him.
There you go.
Yeah, no, this was 1994. It's the advanced tech. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was getting a lot of shades of cyberpunk, especially at the start.
Oh, yeah, when the girl's doing the coding search and going through the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
Mm-hmm. That was probably the best scene in the film, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. What about that hockey scene, Chris?
So, do you want to do that first?
I don't know. Maybe let's just point out there are 2 seasons of TekWar, and the first season is 4 movies. The second season is a full season of like 18 episodes.
How long was I in?
4 years, 3 months, and 27 days.
They sent a mech. Did anybody else want the job?
I consider mech an insult.
So do I.
We started with Jake, who's been cryogenically frozen again. Another one.
Yeah, we're doing this a lot.
Prison. You know, like, you can't rehabilitate somebody when they've been frozen.
That is true. So at least we just watched Demolition Man, so they were at least reprogramming people while they were asleep. But this is literally just, we're gonna put you on ice, and then you're gonna wake up immediately, and maybe you'll be better. Who does? Do you stop being a criminal when you go to sleep?
Well, I mean, right away, it's like gets a fix, and you know, technology's so good. He's like, no, it's real. It's like, dude, it's been 4 years. It's 1994 now, bro.
Yeah. Crazy.
Tech is insane now.
That is the way tech worked in the 90s.
I didn't even check. Was this set in 1994?
No, it was 2040 something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Then they are behind. I mean, they had some guesses there, but I think they're still behind, because I think exploding androids are just around the corner.
Yeah. Everything except the VR headset we can kind of do.
Yeah, they had electric vehicles, you know, nailed that. They had computer chip things for money transfers.
They had to plug them in and we can just tap.
Yeah.
Would the Wiz push dirty credits on his primo source?
They had giant phone screens and you know, tablet things and pulse guns.
The pulse gun did seem terrible.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I was very convinced on the pulse gun.
A concession to your parole restrictions. The latest in plasma propellant. Technically non-lethal.
It's cable TV. They probably was like, please don't shoot people. But then again, there's cable TV and they shot a kid twice.
Yeah.
There's an android kid, but still. So, yeah, I think I really like the concept of, you know, troubled cop who's been framed for everything. Everybody thinks he's guilty. His life is falling to shit. Gets uncryogenically frozen after 4 years. One of his partners that didn't die.
Yeah.
Works for Shatner, who's like a tech guy, and he's kind of an insurance tech guy, and he solves cases.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think that's how the series keeps going, is solving cases outside of the law.
Shatner's just a cool dude. He wants to solve some mysteries. He's got too much money and too much time on his hands.
He directed this too. Yeah, this is a perfect role for him, because he just, like, you know, he shows up, says his stuff, but, like, I don't have to overwork.
As far as this case is concerned, I take it you and Gomez have renewed your partnership?
Well, I can take it. If he can.
Let's face it, you're lost without me.
He's trying to track down his kid and his wife, and so he goes to criminal people that he knows from the past. Yeah. And they hook him up with, like, 2 hacker people, and the girl's going through this maze of VR hacking.
With it, like, a really bad southern accent that she was just forgetting to use half the time.
When it came back, I was like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah. You know, Her code name was Cowgirl.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, yeehaw. Doesn't even know when to yeehaw.
And then I guess some of these security places just have better security. And she got zapped.
Yeah.
Meet Cowgirl, the best jock in the biz.
Howdy.
Next to me.
Damn! She was here, but her track's been covered. All I'm getting are ether trails and noise. Nothing leads anywhere.
So the guy who says he's the best went in, and then he got stuck, and then I guess Shatner was monitoring this whole thing and told his assistant to just be like, yeah, help him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he got like a 40-second phone call with his son, which, like, I thought we were just going there for the location of them, which would have, hey, got the information done. You're in and you're out.
Yeah.
No, this was a 40-second, like, hey, son, how you doing? And
I'm alive.
yeah, and so it's like, why? No, we don't like you now. And like, oh, this is heartbreaking. And then connection's lost.
So that whole sequence felt very Cyberpunk 2077 to me. Just the way we're hacking into things, and we've got all these, bits in the body modifications and that kind of stuff going into cyberspace or whatever. And the interface they were using was also very LCARS. I think they lifted maybe a few elements.
I felt like the chair in Shatner's office was very much the chair from The Bridge.
Yeah, it could have been.
He's just like, I am producing this. Let's save money. Let's steal from the sets. Some doctor comes to see him. Now, was this just a female doctor that was older that did some work on her skin?
Yeah, she had some advanced surgery, so she's younger and looks like a different person now.
Okay.
Yeah. Seems to be what we were going for.
Because I was a little confused if it's like they're changing their look so that they aren't as easily identified, but
Well, that was part of it, but she was also like, also, can I be young and hot while we're doing this?
I guess. Well, alcohol's not going to affect my skin. And like, all right, lady.
Sure.
If sun affects it quickly, like, I'd be concerned. I'm melting. That would have been a great visual. Let's lock her outside.
It's a full butte job they did on you, didn't they?
Complete with synthetic glandular extract. The procedure's experimental. Vain, maybe, but I have an even more legitimate reason to change my looks. People keep trying to kill me.
There were so many different elements to this, and I guess it was based off a book. And I think, especially if they were going to make 4 movies, they could have focused a lot better. There were a lot of things that we sort of, brought up and then dropped, and there's all these different characters. And the point of half these characters was just to lead us to other characters, right?
Like War Bride?
Yeah, like War Bride. Utterly unnecessary. We could have saved that for movie 2.
No, well, yeah, I do feel War Bride needs more screen time. Yeah,
I know why you feel that. But I think they were falling into the trap of trying to adapt the novel one for one too much, maybe.
Yeah.
Because some things work a lot different in different mediums.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I know it's a series of novels, but I don't know how well they're adapting or went because,
I'm certainly not going to find out.
I might. Sometimes I watch these terrible shows and I want to keep going, and then sometimes I get to season 2 of Buck Rogers and I'm just like, this gone downhill from season 1, which was not going up.
That's shocking. That's shocking that there is a hill to go down.
Yeah. How do you take Deering out of skin tight outfits and put her in like some fantasy pilot outfit? I was like, what's this shit? Come on, respect her tight outfits. They're at least the future.
You had one thing going on and you ruined it.
He's got to figure out his troubled past. His estranged wife visits. That was an awkward conversation, and she's like not going to give him visiting rights.
Yeah,
which is bullshit.
No.
He goes to this underground lab where he finds L10, which is Beth, and she's a programmed android with all Beth's memories and emotions.
Yeah.
And even her skin requires showering. I mean, it's been a day. You're not even through the full day, and she's like, I got a shower. Yeah. Could you do my back? I'm like, could I dress in front of you? Crappy, blurry camera work there, I tell you.
This movie was incredibly PG.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we couldn't even say swears.
I would say that this was made for Space Channel or the Sci-Fi Network.
Yeah.
Yeah. My butt hurts. So you can't even say ass.
Yeah, no, you can say ass.
Yeah.
Wild.
Is there something you're not telling me that I should know more about?
You're a machine. There's things you'll never understand, no matter how much data the professor pumped into your circuits.
Don't underestimate my capacity for human emotion.
Yeah. So, a little sexual tension between Robot. In fact, she even says at one point, like, I love you.
Mm-hmm. And she goes and blows up.
Yeah, well, did she blow up or did the kid blow up?
Mm-hmm.
For a wife that's defending her new husband that was her boss, and is probably still her boss, which is awkward. If she just stuck around for a minute, she would have saw this bullshit like, oh, my son in android form has been reprogrammed to blow up my ex-husband. That's kind of shady. I think I would blame somebody for that.
Exceptionally dangerous. Why does someone with that much resources want to blow up this random cop?
I love
I like when I heard the voice in the picture, I was like, that's Weir from Atlantis.
Yeah, that was a good call. That was a good call out.
And I'm glad that even though the android did blow up, we've got live action Weir back.
Yeah, we got the real one.
Yeah, that's another good, you need a team. You can't just have him and his partner. And his partner got hurt right away when the android blew up. And, they're trying to meet up with this woman, and it just like reaches out and touches her, and boom.
Boom.
He had this little shock thing, it did nothing. And it threw the hair around.
Yeah.
Gotta change the settings on that shit.
They're not very good. They're not effective.
They send you, Chris.
Yeah, they do.
It's like a noisy cricket in Men in Black.
That was a good one. That was a good cricket.
His little Jeep gets taken over, and he gets taken to this power plant area where he basically was famed for killing his partners. And we meet Sonny, who's just an evil tech lord.
Yeah.
And he likes to manipulate people by having holographic versions of himself.
Whoa.
And it's a couple of pretty incompetent henchmen.
Yeah.
And they all just get thrown into the laser
wood chipper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, turns them into steam, which there was a lot of...
Yeah, there's just steam that came out. Like, again, incredibly PG.
Yeah. Sonny got away, of course. Then we gotta go see Warp Ride. Because, she protects the forests and the earth.
Yes, we were rebels against tech.
I think I really enjoyed her speech the most.
Yeah.
I am the bride of earth and the forest. I will marry no man, for I am already taken. And then it's just like Jake shows up and it's like, ooh, let's make out.
Yeah, she just can't marry men.
Quit cheating on
the only thing she can't do.
I'm sorry, if you're married, you can't make out with someone else. You're cheating on the forest.
Well, okay, so she's married to the Earth, so that just means she can't make out with other planets.
But she's human, so, do you tell me? So, if you're married to some alien woman, you can't make out with people from here or people from her world? Because it sounds like you get to make out with one of them from your reasoning.
Sure, why not? You know what? I'm willing to put that down there. I don't think I'm ever going to be married to an alien. But I will stand by that statement.
Things are never simple with you, Jake.
Tell me about it.
Bride's like, oh, well, here's the car that they were in. We just left it here. It got attacked, and the scientist and his daughter disappeared. Her general, however, works for Sonny and took him out to a ice rink, I assume also in Toronto.
Yeah, this was filmed in Toronto. We saw some of the, government buildings in the scene in the park. I thought it was Ottawa at first.
Yeah.
It was Toronto.
They always use Toronto because, they think it's futuristic.
The Leafs' future captain, I guess.
Yeah, robot captain.
Easily the worst scene in the film. Oh my god. I
thought it was hilarious.
Just something else.
Just, takes a slap shot, accurately knocks the gun out of his hand, and he's trying to climb the boards and breaks one window, breaks the other. I was like, just jump over now. Nope. Hide behind the net. Nope. And thankfully, Robot Beth shows up and struggles with him. She didn't have any cool robot powers. I thought she would.
Yeah, I think because she was like a level 10 or whatever.
Yeah, they're like making that out to be pretty big.
Yeah, so I kind of thought she was just going to show up and like rip the thing in half, and I would have been like, damn.
And so he's playing with his little gun. I'm just like, oh, he's going to shoot the ice and just like slide down there. And it's like, it took him a long time, but he figured it out. And then, he shot it. And then the head went in the net. It was a goal, Chris. It was a goal.
Oh, God.
Pucker up.
That was amazing.
Oh, never put hockey in a movie again.
What about that time Jean-Claude Van Damme was in an arena being chased by the Mafia and he dressed as a Pittsburgh Penguin goaltender and he went in net for 30 seconds and then went back out?
What?
Oh, you've never watched Sudden Death.
I don't think I have.
Oh, it's like Die Hard but in a stadium while a game is going.
Cool.
We meet real Beth at some point. I guess after they have the big showdown. So
You're gonna sneak into the Tech Lord's compound.
Yeah. They have to go through a holographic wall.
Which is, again, not very secure. It's literally just the railing. If you're walking along holding the railing, you're going to fall through there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had to put these little masks on with sensors so they could pretend to look like somebody else.
That tech fails immediately.
Yeah, well, half fails. The handprint thing worked.
Yeah.
And they get in there and they find the older scientist dude. And he's got his little crystal that's going to destroy all technology. Which I don't know why that's the goal here, but that was the goal here.
Thought you were dead.
That was my intention. But I'm very much alive and I intend to stay that way. Give me the crystal.
Glad that we have cops and robot cop dude. And they don't like him because obviously he was framed for killing cops. And so they're on his ass. And they actually show up during that escape attempt. And they start shooting people. So we got real bullets, killing people, sort of.
Yeah, very close range.
Yeah.
Again, not hitting things again.
Stormtrooper aim, it happens. Happens to every guy. Then he finally figures out who Sonny is because he's playing holographic games again. I'm like, you don't have time for these. You must leave building. And then Robot Cop's just like, oh, you're under arrest, Jake. It's like, tell me later. Partner's just like, he doesn't like listening to people. Okay.
Did you know if you just walk away from the cops legally, they can't arrest you?
Yeah, you just don't listen to them.
You just keep walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll work out great. I am a lawyer.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk this way and you keep talking. He goes back to the underground lab. He starts fiddling with the crystal like he's gonna use it. And Beth shows up and she's like, I don't trust you. And then it's like, but I know you because you didn't even say it.
Because I made out with your robot.
Yeah. Did he make out with her? I don't think he did.
Yeah.
No, okay. I thought it was platonic.
I'm pretty sure there was kissing.
There was a lot of fantasy head kissing with the ex-wife, but I don't think I think he played that one straight. And he seems to stop calling her Beth. He's like, hey, L10, because you don't call a girl you kiss L10.
All right. Didn't she kiss him right before she ran away and blew up?
Well, she said, I love you.
Okay.
Droids are the perfect cops, Winter.
There's one problem with perfection. It's boring as hell.
So we got real Beth. And then cop robot dude shows up. And he's just like, haha, obviously I've been reprogrammed. And I'm going to kill you. And she might kill her. But I want the crystal. Puts the crystal down. Lights the board up, fries the robot dude. He's just like, you'll never find out who did it.
But we have 3 more movies for that.
Yeah, and probably a whole series. And if the series ended before they ended the story, then probably never find out. That was the show.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know, it wasn't terrible.
It was alright.
Yeah.
There were some neat ideas in there. There was, I think, too much, like I said earlier. This would have benefited from some trimming, I think, and maybe exploring some ideas more. Like, I wanted some more of the cyberpunk hacking, universe. Like, it was super cheesy in a 90s way, but it was at least kind of interesting. I thought that was kind of interesting.
You ever watched the movie Hackers?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of movies called, like, Hackers or something like that.
Well, this one was classic. And it was
okay.
you know, it was laying the foundation in pieces. Definitely not developing them very well, but I think the whole cop's backstory, like, that's gonna be your interesting hook. Even though they kind of solved some of that. You know he's not guilty now. You know that robot cop dude's the one that shot them. He just has to find a way to prove it. But for whatever reason, he's out and not in jail.
Yeah. Because Shatner.
Because Shatner.
Yeah.
Just has the pull.
Whenever you see something like that you don't understand, it's because Shatner did it.
I swore I would marry not a lover, not a good man who wanted me. I would be married to war, and I shall remain the bride of war and revolution until my country, the earth, is returned to the plants, the animals, and the people it belongs to.
I might go on further, but yeah, no, check it out if you like 1994 shit that tries to predict the future.
Does alright.
Yeah, I enjoy that kind of stuff. I love watching that show and just being like, this is the future. Taco Bell. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.